Today we're going to be looking at a full tour of the Suzuki Alto Lapin. Moving down to the front, we have DRLs that we installed just for Canada, but you have these rounds for the headlights and signals right there. This is really cool. This is very retro-y. Cars like the Miata, the Miragino, they have kind of round headlights typically. We are going to have to replace these with Miata headlights in order to get DOT compliant headlamps, but that's the way it is. You will notice that the license plate is offset, and why that is because the SS model has an intercooler right here, and that's to not block the intercooler because it is an FMIC, front mount intercooler, not a top mount. So naturally the Chocolat edition, which is this one, has it off to the side. Tires. Factory tires are 165/55/14, and it is a 4x100 bolt pattern. We have some Echo forms with some Comet tires on here. Signal light on the side, which actually is E4 compliant, which is passable in North America, but it is not counted as a side marker, so we had to put side markers there. Doors open and close like that. On the inside of the door, you have power windows, you have lock, handle, and lock up top. Gas cap release is right there, and the hood release is actually, weirdly enough, here. A lot of the times they're on the passenger side. We have this off just because we had to replace the deck here. Looking at the cabin, this is really nice. You get this very central Mini Cooper-esque speedometer right here, and actually this was a clock. This isn't aftermarket, this is an option from factory. Tachometer from the SS version, and it works the exact same. It plugs into the OEM harness, so that's great. Little coin holster. You have tilt, folding mirrors, because in Japan they all have folding mirrors, and you have your power mirrors. These close very flush, kind of like a Mazda 3. And up top you have a very plasticky dash with an airbag there, and an airbag here. Steering wheel doesn't have any commands whatsoever. Moving over here, you get a double din deck. Clarion is an option for this car. We threw that in. Hazards, defrost, hidden cup holder right here. Hidden cup holder right here. Secret cup holder right down there. So you put your cup holder here, or here, or right there, because they do not have any in the doors. Door cards are very thin, very narrow. You couldn't put two fingers in there because they have to maximize the internal dimensions of a K car in order to make sure people are comfortable in it. Your cigarette lighter right here, missing option, AC, fan redirect, and all these go flush. This is simply meant to be like that, so you get additional storage, as well as you have a glove box here. This is a DVD update for the Navi, and this actually has solid state on it. Door cards and seats and headrests. Basically every fabric part of this car has the bunny print. This is the Lapin bunny with the ears, and it is on every part. Driver's side and passenger side both have their own windows. Seatbelt you can adjust by pulling, goes up or down. It's really nice. And handles here, handle at the back, handle at the back, optional handle here. It does not have one for the driver, and you get visors, lamp, and mirror. Surprisingly, the rears of K cars are quite easy to get in. Once you are in, you get an ample amount of headspace because this is a fairly tall car, and you get a ton of trunk space as well, or hatch. Open the hatch like this, and it is so much that you can just hop in. There's quite a bit of space here, surprisingly, but the downside is once you do have the seats up, you do lose a lot of the trunk, so to speak. See that once these are up, you only get a couple grocery bags, but it is enough for a golf bag, even with both seats up, and it is 50-50 split. Hopping in the back is not a problem. And with your butt all the way back, you do get a little bit of room, especially if the driver is all the way back, although all the seats can be moved up and down. Get a little bag holster here, and the rear gets 1, 2, 3, 4 compartments and a fold down armrest for the driver. This can go up too. Fit 4 people legally, 5 people logistically. The hatch opens up further than 90 degrees to the point where if you're small enough like me, 5'7", you can actually stand under it in the rain. Hydraulic lifters. That kind of rail there, hinges. and the rear top brake light, one of 3. You do have some storage space down here as well with a spare, and you get a jack right there with the tools and a threaded tie down. You can even get rid of this, take the spare tire out, and have additional storage. In fact, you do open up the storage quite a bit if you do so. Because this was obviously a used car when we got it, we added the OEM Lapin badge, and we brought in an OEM Chocolat badge that will go there. Have the brake lights all nice and squared off. And this extra bumper trim was there from factory. This one was purchased from Kyonan Suzuki, and you'll see OEM, they do have this kind of flush glass-based print that says Suzuki Alto, because this is a variant of the Alto. This is the Alto Lapin. There's many different variants. There's the Chocolat, the Lapin, the SS, which has the turbocharger. This is basically a full 360 tour, everything you need to know about the Suzuki Alto Lapin.